Hello and welcome to my first recommendation video. In case it wasn't clear from basically every single video on my YouTube channel, I recommend every single Rick Riordan book. Riordan? 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 I don't know, I'll just call him Uncle Rick. But in this video, I will be recommending 9 graphic novels or comic book series that not only have LGBT plus representation, but have good LGBT plus representation. And trust me, there is a big difference. Okay, just a heads up, these are in no particular order. They're basically in the order that I found them on my bookshelf. So starting off at number 1, we have Heavy Vinyl. This is a comic book that recently got a sequel, which I also recommend. It follows a girl who starts working at a vinyl shop, who looked scarily like me when I had long hair. And it also follows her journey to join a girl gang of vigilantes and rock music lovers. There is lesbian representation, and the ships in this are so cute and wholesome. So if you like girl gangs, lesbian representation, rock music, girls who can beat you up, this is the comic book series for you. Number 2, Lumberjanes. This comic book series follows a group of 5 teenage girls who go to a summer camp called Lumberjanes. But don't let the Girl Scout appearance deceive you, this camp is all about friendship, fighting monsters, going on epic, fantastical quests, and figure out who you are. That's all in a day's work for our girls. It includes lesbian representation, trans representation, and so much more. If you like adventure, if you like fantasy, if you like wacky hijinks and female friendships, then you're sure to love this one. Also, one of the creators is the creator of She-Ra, and if that doesn't compel you, I don't know what will. So, friendship to the max. Coming in at number 3, The Avant-Gardes. It follows a group of college students and their attempt to make a basketball league happen. It has so much diversity, both sexual orientation and racial. And it features lesbian representation, pansexual representation, and non-binary representation as far as I know, since I have only recently started reading this. But let me tell you, I have only read the first volume, and I already love all the characters, and I am looking forward to reading the next volumes. If you like girl gangs, basketball, healthy queer relationships, and absolutely wholesome friendships, then you should definitely pick this up. Number 4, Giant Days. This comic book series follows 3 girls at college in England, and it also follows their journey to figuring out who they are as friends, as individuals, and as college students. I can assure you that there is, and that it is great. If you like female friendships, coming of age stories, finding yourself, and figuring out what you want to do, then I definitely recommend Giant Days. Also, if you love England, that's a plus. And yes, I am aware that girl gangs and female friendships are a common denominator in this whole video, and yes, I could not be happier about it. Number 5, Fence. Yup, a comic book about fencing. Yes, I know it sounds boring to anyone who doesn't watch sports anime or doesn't fence, but I can assure you that all of the characters in this series feel like real people, and every single relationship is different. This series follows a boy who starts attending an all-boys school to participate in their fencing team, and oh my gosh, it just so happens he has to room with his rival. Oh my god, they were roommates! If you like kind of fanfic tropes, gay representation, wholesome male friendships, and rivals to friends, or dare I say it, lovers, then pick this up. Also, if you enjoy watching sports anime, I don't know why you haven't picked this up yet. Number 6, Pumpkinheads. This is a short graphic novel written by Rainbow Rowell, and in this one, it's the only one on the list where the LGBT plus themes aren't front and center, but they're still very important to one of the two main characters and really add to that wholesome vibe that's established by its pumpkin patch setting. If you like friends to lovers, supportive male and female friendships, and are all about those Halloween vibes, then you will want to take a look at this one. Also, the art style is stunning. Coming up at number 7, we have Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. I must confess, I only picked this one up because of its beautiful cover and incredible art style, but it is so much more than that. It follows the story of a girl who is in a pretty toxic relationship, but who doesn't want to notice it, and it follows how that can affect your relationships with your friends and, most importantly, with yourself and your self-worth. If you like overcoming toxic relationships, gay and lesbian representation, a wholesome group of misfits, friends, and female friendships, then this one is definitely for you. Number 8, Heartstopper, aka my favorite graphic novel of all time. I have to thank Tumblr for this discovery, and as you can see, I have the Kickstarter edition of the first volume, so I am definitely an OG fan. This story follows Nick and Charlie, who go to an all-boys school in England, and it follows how they come to terms with their own sexualities in a kind of toxic masculinity environment. If you like friends to lovers, mutual pinning, an amazing group of friends with loads of diversity, and an incredible love story for the ages, then you have to read Heartstopper. Also, a TV series might be coming soon, so it's the best time to get on this. No, seriously, you have to. Everyone has to read this. Any kind of representation you can think of, it's probably in there somewhere. And last but not least, coming in at number 9 is Bloom. This one is my most recent read, and it follows the story of a boy who is trying to figure out who he is and what he wants to do for the rest of his life. No pressure. Meanwhile, he trains his replacement in his family bakery. If you like coming-of-age stories, great friendships, overcoming toxic friends, and most importantly, bread, then you're sure to enjoy this graphic novel. Beware though, you will have a crazy drive to bake bread after reading it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have read any of these and what your thoughts were. Or if you have more LGBT+ graphic novels or comic recommendations, I would love to hear those.